fresh air with your kicks on. The Crack King Podcast.
This is the Crack King from the Crack King Podcast, and I am the Crack King.
Hello. I am his guest co-host, S3EP7.
We got us a luau in Hawaii, and rich people are burning the shit out of poor people out there. And I heard Oprah's the fucking ringleader.
It's funny that you say that. I can neither confirm nor deny rumors that a billionaire did own 90% of an island that was adjacent to Maui, for Maui. And I heard that they were planning on building a smart city. They're trying to buy up land from some of the owners. So I don't know. I also heard that they were trying to minimize the deaths. First-hand accounts and witnesses said that it was far worse. So definitely our thoughts and prayers out to Hawaii. It was really weird. Really, really weird. We don't think we ever heard of Hawaii catching on fire. So tropical and always wet. So I don't know. We have to keep our eyes and ears on that one, but definitely prayers and thoughts.
I don't know. It just, this shit is like reminiscent of what they did in the expansion in America. You know, they burned out the natives to take their land and do whatever the fuck they wanted to do. The only thing is, Oprah leading this shit. I mean, if she's doing this to build a fucking Wakanda, I could kind of get on board with it. Fuck
well,
it.
I would say she's leading it because she's been out. I heard the last time she went out there to visit her, they told her to leave. I don't know.
She has the most land. She has the most to gain from it.
1,000 acres, I think.
I never was a fan of Oprah because she built all of these schools in Africa, which is a dope thing. But we have a lot of schools in America. There's a lot of things in Chicago that can use her attention and use her help. The same shit happened in Australia. The only thing people were worried about were kangaroos. What about the Aborigines out there? They're burning the land. They're going to build on top of it. Smart fucking city. Yeah, I heard it was like almost like 1,000 deaths, right?
The news is saying around 100, but they had no warning. I don't know if they had a warning, evacuation warning. It might have just struck.
I'm sure it did. Like a thief in the night.
Like simultaneously. I don't know. That was kind of weird too.
I mean,
in California, we always have fires, but also dry. We have droughts, you know. Yeah. Hawaii is more of the tropical. It rains all the time, probably. That's why it's so much agriculture out there.
It's like out here in the Heights in the Third Ward area when a lot of the elderly didn't want to sell. All of a sudden, we were getting rando house fires. And I know somebody whose grandmother house just burnt down with her in it. Nobody knew what happened. We don't know how it started.
And a lot of gentrification.
So it sounds like Hawaii is getting gentrified. And where are the Samoans? Where are the Samoan kings? Where's the fucking Rock? He's supposed to be like a king or something in fucking Hawaii. Where's fucking former President Barack Obama's like family? Aren't they from Hawaii? Nobody's saying shit.
You know, what's done in the dark will come to the light. I hope not. It is a strange and sad and traumatic situation.
Yeah, and I'm sure it'll have Oprah's fucking fingerprints on it. Fuck you, Oprah. Kim Paxton, Attorney General, is suspended right now. He's gotten caught having extramarital affairs. He's been engaging in some giant cover-up. Some guy named Nate Paul, he was writing checks for 122,000 payments to Paul affiliated company to hide home renovations that Paul had provided. Fixed his house up, did all kinds of stuff off the books, paid him $122,000 under the table for these upgrades or whatever. This son of a bitch is paying for Uber rides for one of his broads, doing all kinds of shit. I was scrolling down TikTok and I seen this lady called, I want to say her name is Priscilla the Queenmaker. You know this lady?
I don't. Tell me. Do tell.
This woman speaks about how men's character and men's ability to love women and all types of other things like that. She says that men are incapable of love.
And what do you think about that?
I think men are very capable of love. I think empathy is our issue.
So I can definitely say that maybe you can't have one without the other. So
Hmm.
might be onto something. Because if you love someone, you care about them. I think you definitely don't want to hurt them, and that will come from an empathetic place of understanding how that might feel, even if it's a friend, a grandparent, a child, or a lover.
I think women are incapable of loving a man. They are capable of loving their children. They are capable of loving their mothers or their family or whatever, but their significant other, I don't think so. Because, I mean, if you go through history, you see how kings take over kingdoms and the queen is left alive and then she becomes the new king's queen and then bore him children.
Why would you say that?
It's the truth. What do you mean? In my experience, when a man opens up to his woman, let her know what issues he's having or be very vulnerable, it's almost like a flip in the women. We always push, hey, men, be vulnerable to your women or be vulnerable to your wife. Let your wife in, communicate. And when you do that, the respect is gone.
I feel like a real woman would take that as an opportunity to build you up and encourage you and reassure you you're not alone in that process, which might take some of the weight off your shoulders. And I mean, that should be enough. Now, if you still whining after that, then yeah.
Tap on you.
It's the woman should definitely assist.
She should. Are you still going to look at him as like the leader, the pillar of your family? If he's telling you like, damn, babe, I don't know what's going on, I don't know what's going to happen, you're not.
Oh, I have been there during those times. I tried to stay 10 toes down. So that's what I did during those times. Yeah, I will build them up. If I got a little something, I'm gonna see what I can help you out with. But I'm building you up so you can get it together. Because yeah, if you want to be respected in that space, then yeah, you should be, a provider and problem solver, and I should assist. But I'm not gonna be like weighing myself down about it because you steady stressed out and don't want to get together either. No, go get some help or go back to your grandma, whoever spoiled you like that.
Go back to your clear point in case in point. Go back to your grandmother or whoever did that to you. But they're pushing the narrative that we're supposed to open and be communicative to our women, but we really can't be. We have to be the strong, silent type because that's what y'all love. How can it change in a matter of minutes if a man has been being a man for 10 years, 20 years, and in one moment, world is really a little bit too much for him, and you're supposed to be his like comfort. Like you're supposed to be.
He should be given grace. Women, let's cut him some slack, okay? Black men's and men's in general mental health and self-care matters, okay?
Don't be so condescending. We all know you don't give a shit about black men and the plight of the black man. It's all about the black woman and her children.
We do
Facts.
care about it. We're the ones that always have your back. Let's go ahead and alley-oop this into the Megan Thee Stallion Freeling case, because I do feel like a lot of women still supported him and men too. And when he get to support and down bad and this and that, he still had a lot of support. Megan lost probably some fans and stuff like that behind him. So
I think Megan lost more fans behind the lackluster music that she's been putting out. I think I just think like Tory Lanez, like
woo!
You can't outplay a woman, especially one from Texas, because they're born on that. That's the culture in Texas, the player culture. You're taught that as a child.
Okay, I see.
You know what I mean?
I can understand her a little bit more now.
Yeah, and then it's like, it's almost to the fact like, I don't even know why she was even fucking around with the dude, but I could get it because
he has something major going on, trust me.
I mean, he's prolific. You know what I mean? He's probably very charismatic or whatever, and she doesn't have anybody to protect her.
I wasn't talking about that.
Oh, you talking about? I don't know what he got. You know what I'm saying? He might be a tripod little nigga. I don't know. Who knows? But
Kylie and the fresh friends, Meg, and Meg is a big girl.
but she's not protected. She doesn't have anybody telling her, yo, that's not the nigga you need to be fucking with, or yo, that broad right there is not a bitch you need to be trusting. Like she's out there naked. I don't feel sorry for the nigga. I mean, if you supposed to be a boss player and you ain't got control over these bitches, you gonna get what you deserve. What you in a car with two bitches for, and you need a gun, and you got security right there.
I thought he had control. He was trying to handle it the best he could now.
It ain't no try. You handle the shit. Ain't no try pimping. It ain't no try boss player. You do it. And he got his ass boss played 10 years. And Meg is moving on to movies.
Well, I don't agree with that sentencing. Clearly, a lot of other people don't either, because lots of people wrote letters and was speaking out.
So what if he'd have shot and killed her?
Okay.
That would have been a headline. The first female rapper to get shot and killed in her prime.
That would have been a horrible thing, and a man should not be raising a gun to a woman. Period. What I'm saying is that if I was a juror, I don't think that the prosecution proved the case beyond reasonable doubt. It was too many different stories, things going on. Like, I don't know what happened. I'm still confused. So, therefore, I'm like, and then you guys were confident enough to give him 10 years.
Because not only is he a felon, he has an unregistered gun that nobody knows who bought it, and it was shot, and she was hit. If that was the other way around, like, I don't understand it. I just don't understand it.
To be protected. I guess his taunting her didn't help. They say it was probably, I don't know. Like, they were saying she was whooping ass, beating everybody up.
I mean, if she want to beat everybody up because she felt disrespected, then put your dukes up. What you need a gun for? Like I said, no boss player. I don't give a damn how big a bitch is. The bitch could be 7 feet tall. You a boss player or a big boss pimp. The bitch get out of line. You jump up in the air and smack the fuck out of her or calm her down. Whatever you do, she gonna calm down and listen. Whether you trying to fuck this white girl or you're fucking her friend.
You should be able to use your words to know how to control a situation for sure. All I'm saying is, based on what I heard from the trial, I'm not sure if he's the one that, I don't know what happened. It's confusing. So I'm very surprised that the jury unanimously was able to come up with that decision. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. I just feel like you gotta watch your influence. You're not working for a certain agenda.
They jam you up, huh?
I'm just saying. I know I don't want to feel like that in the shit.
Okay, I hear you. I'm just saying. I'm on Meg's side. If the nigga can't handle himself, he can't handle himself. You ain't got to shoot me behind the shit.
Definitely don't be you, only you and about 3-4 broads if you don't know how to. I don't mean broads, excuse me.
Oh yeah, you mean it.
And not know how to control the situation. No, that's neglectful.
Facts. So tell me when you fell in love with hip hop. Was it 50 years ago?
About 30.
Okay.
Let's say that. Let me try to clock my age.
I mean, I'm clocking everybody's age. So what was the actual song that you heard where you were like, yo, this is my culture. This is what I want to be about?
LL Cool J.
I Need Love.
I think it was I'm Going Back to Cali.
I'm Going Back to Cali.
No, I don't think so. I'm going to talk about some of the later albums I bought first. Like, The Shocker.
Silk the Shocker. Holy shit. Silk the Shocker is the worst rapper to ever fucking live. Silk the Shocker is the worst rapper to ever fucking live.
You know what?
And you know what? I knew a lot of ladies that liked his no rapping ass. Like, I never understood it. Was it because he was cute?
It must have been me too, because I sure had the album.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe that shit. Silk the fucking Shocker. I'm gonna tell you the first time I fell in love with hip hop. So I was a fat kid coming up.
Sorry, the tablet too. You were?
Yeah, I was a real big fat kid. And when I seen the Fat Boys come on the screen and rap about, you know, like girls not dogging them out because they were fat, or real, you know, taking ownership. Hello.
Who is it? You gotta edit some of this.
Yeah, I got you. Ooh, that's that Afternoon Delight. Fat Boys. When I seen the Fat Boys come up, I related.
How old are you?
Old enough to know better.
Because I don't remember them that much.
You don't remember the Fat Boys? How the you don't remember Crush Groovin'? Cool. Wow, how old are you? Is the real?
Okay, well, recently, what Just Hilarious and T.S. Madison and Tasha K, they all were having a debate in regards, I guess, womanhood and periods. And what do you feel about it?
We're so divided as the black man and the black woman that black men that think they're women are arguing with black women. Like, we're so fucking divided. Why are we always fighting? Now we're fighting about what the fuck a woman is, or what the meaning of a fucking woman is. Like, it makes no motherfucking sense to me. You want to know the meaning of a woman? These transgenders, look at your motherfucking mama. You came from a motherfucking woman. She's beautiful. She got melanin skin, and she's argumentative, and she's disrespectful. It makes no fucking sense. I think it's a fucking distraction.
Well, I'm going to start off by saying, you know, I respect whatever you identify as. Sometimes I may identify as them.
You identify as them?
Maybe sometimes, I don't know. I feel like a little...
You talking about them in front of you?
I'm just saying that.
Because I identify them as them.
I want to start off by saying that it's definitely no hate on my end. I respect all. I don't have to agree with anyone's lifestyle to respect them. Just let that be the same for the heterosexual community. I feel like there should be respect on both sides in regards to, if you want to be identified or called a certain thing, then you can't just say, oh, well, I'm going to call you cisgender. I'm going to call you birthing person. And then like, oh, you have to accept that too. It's like, well, what about how I feel? If I have to respect how you feel, why can't you respect how I feel? And what's wrong with identifying transgender as transgenders, if that's what we call them? And if they want to identify as women, why do we have to call women something else? Like, it's too confusing to me. Adam named Eve, you know, he named the animals too. Are we going to change the animals' name? So have a right to their own opinion. I feel like as long as you respect them, regardless of how you feel, we can cohabitate on this earth, in this country.
Why are we renaming ourselves? Y'all the ones that came up with the renaming. Y'all stick with that shit. You want to call yourselves whatever y'all call yourselves, y'all do that in your fucking community. I think it's just it's another form to keep us at minimum and the minority and without any power if they keep this civil war that we're having in our community going. Now we first is the battle of the sexes civil war, the heterosexual man against the heterosexual woman. Now it's another battle, the homosexual man against the heterosexual woman. Next Next is going to be the homosexual man and the heterosexual man. Is going to be a fight between them two. Mind you, we're fighting about what the fuck a real woman is, and Oprah's over there burning the shit out of Pineapple Express to build a fucking smart city that we're not going to be even able to afford to live there. Because she ain't building it she not making no fucking Wakanda over there.
Let's hope that's not the case. Like I
said, that bitch Oprah ain't making no Wakanda over there. She just trying to line her pockets.
She's a black woman. Fight her until we get
her. And what's that broad she always got with her eating her booty and her pussy? Gail? Is that Gail she be having with her? Who is that? Deborah Duncan? Which one?
That's her bestie.
Yeah, that's her lesbian lover. And they be in with that pagan Stepman. That's why he ain't never said shit.
So look, let's go ahead, and I got a good conclusion to this whole thing.
Yes.
So let's talk about. You're saying we need to stick on code as a community. I definitely agree.
Facts.
A good imagery of us sticking on code would be the Bodog brawl. I just feel like, I hate that it had to be like that, but I do like the fact that we stuck on code. It's so much that we see where our community is attacked and they do end up becoming unalive. And it does end up being on camera, and that is trauma for our community. So I do like the fact that maybe that somehow triggered us. I definitely heard that they were doing some ancestral work on that dock in that area earlier that day. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but I do know that, we weren't going to let him be murdered in front of us and stand by. And for that, I do applaud and appreciate the community. I feel like we are coming on code. I feel like there's a new vibration coming, and the earth and the cosmos and the vibration is saying the same. The Truman resonance. If you guys look that up, Truman resonance. And we'll also go into sticking on code with Declone Tyrone. Seems like before we got started, we spoke briefly on it. You had mentioned a disdain for the movie. I actually loved it. I was happy that there was a lot being exposed in that movie in regards to the chicken, in regards to the marketing, the perms, the church and the communion. I do think at some point we stayed on code during that movie, but it was definitely a systematic attack on the Black community that the movie brought awareness to with lovely melanated actors.
We didn't have to watch this Netflix movie, which brings in millions and millions of dollars for the same person that's cloning us, and I don't think it's going to do anything but just cause a distraction. Because what has that movie done besides spark up conversation? I feel like now it's time for conversation to be over. Just like at the docks. It's time to stop talking. It's time for action. Let's get off fucking lawn chairs and start whacking motherfuckers in the heads.
You don't think it was a good talking point for us to get the conversation going?
So me seeing it on TV just infuriated me because it's not doing anything besides sparking a conversation or besides letting these young white kids that are coming up thinking they're better than us and seeing it on TV and saying, okay, I see why we're better. Because look at them, a prostitute, a pimp, and a thug. It was a ridiculous, stupid fucking movie. I don't need Netflix to tell me that that there's a motherfucking agenda in my motherfucking neighborhood.
Yeah.
The Crack King is in the streets. The Crack King knows what's going on in his community. I don't need Netflix to fucking tell me.
You know what, y'all? On that note, we are going to wrap it up. He is going off today. Is there anything else you want to talk about in regards to relationships? I know you hit on the Attorney General.
Yeah, fuck Kim Paxton. And I hope they throw him under the fucking jail. Like they throw a lot of these brothers that's trying to make a wage and try to pay child support that get behind. They throw them under the fucking jail for 90 days.
No, did somebody hit you up for child support because you were real passionate about that? I'm trying to figure out.
I mean, it's a racket. It's like the man or the woman goes down to the child support office. Every time you pay a child support payment, almost 40% of that goes to the state. So if I got to pay $100 a week in child support, my child is only going to get $75. Then they tax that. And the man or the woman that's paying child support doesn't get the tax credit. And then if you fall behind, they put you in jail. Nobody's winning when the man is going to jail. The man or the woman that's providing for his child is going to jail. Nobody fucking wins.
Men, you should always have a relationship with your child's mom. And women, we should always try to work something out that doesn't get, the system involved. I never put any of my kids' dads on child support. So,
did that help or hurt you? Do you feel like in the long run you should have, or you feel really good about that decision?
I mean, maybe, but also I just respect the black man enough to where if we work something out and, it works, then I'm not going to mess it up. I would just rather keep it in our community. Building relationships is important. You're talking about the division that's going on in our community. Let's make sure we reiterate on these podcasts that we need to stay on code and stick together.
Facts. This is the Crack King podcast, and I am the Crack King.
Some bitches, that's why they were panning. Really that nigga, that's why they can't stand me. Putting steam in the air, now they calling me Stanley. So I'm that nigga, I put that on granny. And as long as he chat on my mama, that's family. Hey, they told me to stop, I'ma stop. Call me Kim, cause I make this shit possible. We can fight, we can shoot, it is optional. Mark you up, but this shit is not washable. Niggas lost like they going through obstacles. I'ma puke cause the way that I'm popping him. He a slime, he a slap, better watch for him. You a SIMP, you is not a pimp. Hey, bro, trying too hard. He act like a gangster, he not about that shit, he a try out. Nigga thought I was lacking, I told him was cracking. Hey, if he pull up, he gon' find out. Nigga make the wrong movie, get ironed out. Dominoes, cause I knock his whole line out. And I bet you nobody gon' find out. Want my name on the check and I sign out.
Be the business, you know that. I ain't finna fight shit, I'ma blow that. I ain't speaking on beef, I'ma show that. Send her that she bringing the low back. BBS, she like how I'm bustin'. Hope we don't reach cause I'm already clutch. Hit the mob blood 10 and I swear to this nut like the Giants the way that we hop out the rush.
CSL, what's up?
DJ Sharp, man. What you trying to get got here? Can't shot the dick cause they know I'm a convict. I ain't had nothing so I had to go rush. Y'all niggas that brought it, Nigerian pun. Got two motherfuckers fighting over some old bullshit a little kid say. That think he tough. Your daddy ain't tough. Your daddy just get himself out of situations like any grown man would. Cause he got a family, gotta take care of your ugly ass. God damn. Bad little motherfucking kids. Ain't nobody talking about your kid. Why you all in my motherfucking conversation? Like you the only motherfucker with kids in this fucking world. Quit ear hustling. Quit ear hustling.
Beaumont, Texas, man. What up, 33 Trap? Hevo, what it do?
I put that bitch on that pressure, she told me don't call her, I'm calling her anyway. I'm just trying to put dick in her stomach, she know how I'm coming. I call her my protege. Fuck with me anyway. I'ma get in that pussy and penetrate. She gon' eat on that dick like a dinner date. Yo, little bitch, I call her my protege. I had put that bitch on the run, she told me don't call her, I'm calling her anyhow. I had told her to get out her feelings, come right in her rape and her pussy, she better pop. I had told her to take a little pop, a little pop, a little seal, and no serving no. She had told me when I get on that dick, yeah, I know how you rockin'. I ain't working on me, got the twerking on me. I looked at her like, girl, stop. I'ma fuck around, make it a little pussy. She was liking that shit. I'm like, check out. Bitch, I got by the stop by the trap spot. Gotta get a little all in some fucking side. Nigga say I'm a rat here, fuck nigga play with my family and he gotta die. I put that bitch on that purse. 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 Can't fuck with her if she on extra. Fuck with her if she on extra. Yeah. I put that bitch on that purse. I put that bitch on that purse. Put that bitch on that pressure, she told me don't call her, I'm calling her anyway. I'm just trying to put dick in her stomach, she know how I'm coming. I call her my protege. I'm a boss, she gon' fuck with me anyway. I'ma get in that pussy and penetrate. She gon' eat on that dick like a dinner date. Yo, little bitch, I call her my protege.
This money on me got me feeling myself, yeah, I might have to cop me some Jimmy Choo. I go live in the boot, I'm with 33 Trapper, finna tear this bitch up, we like where the loot. Now let's turn up the south in and out, if you disrespect Texas, we pop out like hootie hoo. Blunt fruit of that sticky Gorilla Glue, yeah, this will burn slower than bamboo. Man, these niggas ain't pressure, they just being extra, they packing that pussy, they feline. If you speaking on me, I might shoot at your nigga. I'm pushing that line, I'ma knock him down. Let him dive in that water on top, I go harder than he put that dick all up in my spine. Can't be trusting that nigga, you know he lying. Get a bag of your ass to get minimized. Daddy's so tweaking, they must think I'm weak. Eat a bitch up, bon appetit. I like to keep a freak up in the sheets. Make us a movie, put it on repeat. Put that little bitch on that pressure. Put that little bitch on that pressure. Yeah, yeah. Put that little bitch on that pressure. Put that little bitch on that pressure. Yeah, yeah.
I put that bitch on that pressure. She told me don't call her, I'm calling her anyway. I'm just trying to put dick in her stomach. She know how I'm coming. I call her my protege. I'm a boss, she gon' fuck with me anyway. I'ma get in that pussy and penetrate. She gon' eat on that dick like a dinner date. Yo, little bitch, I call her my protege. I had put that little bitch on the run. She told me don't call her, I'm calling her anyhow. I had told her to get out her feelings, come ride in the rape and her pussy, she better pop. I had told her to take a little